here with
Anthony Jones.
Anthony Jones,
Mhm.
and we just bought your house. Is
Right.
that correct?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
We're just going to go through a few questions as how the experience was.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good.
to start off, I guess, so where do you currently live?
I live in Washington State, a town called Camas, Washington. It's right on the Columbia River. So, mhm.
Okay. And that's a long ways from Omaha.
Yeah, it's about 1,900 miles.
Yes. So, what was kind of the situation you were in with the house?
Well, my parents, well, I was raised here, first of all, and left here about 20 plus years ago. And so I lost my mom 4 years ago. My dad suffered a stroke earlier this year. So with him not being able to really live on his own, it was just left up to me to have him come live with us because I couldn't afford to put him in a nursing home here or have people come into the house here. So it just made sense for me to move him out there. So and that just led to the sale of the house. I do have family here, um, but we needed the money to get him out there and to pay the balance of his hospital bill. So the fact that this was a cash deal was great for us. Um, it just frees us up to not worry about trying to maintain anything or get things ready or whatever. So it really, really worked out well. So I'm very happy with the deal. And you guys were very professional the whole time and very quick. So yeah, very, very satisfying.
Good. I'm
Hmm.
glad to hear it.
Hmm.
What were what were kind of some of the um, um, fears that you had kind of going into this process before you chose to work with us?
Well, I guess the thing that always lingers is, am I going to get the value? Um, and then and for me, it was just about determining, uh, where was the breaking point for like sentimental value versus actual value of the home and that kind of thing. And then those are tough decisions, And so again, it was really about expediting this process as quickly as we did, which allows me to get my dad back to Washington and get him comfortable before the weather changes and get him all set up. And so, we just kind of weighed, you know, what to do, as far as because they could have put the house on the market, they could have upgraded it. Did I have the amount of money to do all that? Probably not. So it probably would, stretched us quite a bit more than what we wanted to do at this time. So, um, just weighing all those things out and coming up with that decision.
Makes sense. And then what was kind of the ultimate reason as to why you decided to work with our company?
Well, you guys were very responsive, deliberate in your behaviors, and as far as coming out to the house, taking pictures, and just getting right to the business, which I look forward to that. I had was entertaining working with friends and working with family, and oftentimes, that gets complicated and cluttered. So, and it did. So, before it got escalated, it was just best just to buy out of those deals and work with you guys because it's just something that just needs to happen as quickly as possible.
Okay. And ultimately, once you signed the contract, then what was the process from there like for you between contract to close?
It went well. It went smooth. I guess you came out a couple of different times to show some investors and partners the property, and from what I could tell, no one raised a red flag. Other than the obvious that that it's a working project in progress. And so, with that said, we wanted to do as much as we could to clear the property of our personal stuff and the stuff that we cherished. And of course, my oldest son is there, but it was hard for my kids, very hard, because that's their grandparents' house, and they had a lot of memories there. Um, so it's really, really hard for them. But on the other side of that, everything worked out well. The kids were able to go in there and get the things that they wanted, the things that they cherished. So yeah, I think that ultimately it was about just moving on emotionally, uh, and that's what we've done.
Right on. And so we were able to close in 6 days for you on this one. Like we signed the contract on Thursday night,
Okay.
and then what? Today is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a 6 day closing process.
Hmm.
What would you say for someone out there that's maybe watching this and is considering working with us?
Do it. Don't hesitate. Best decision. Um, I feel that the organization really took an honest look at the property and gave me, the what they were faced with as far as the investment you guys were going to make to turn the property around, and realizing that I do want the property to be represented the way that it should be represented, opposed to doing patchwork and starting projects and not finishing and that kind of thing, because it is, it does has some sentimental value. So I would like to see that it's restored to the proper way it's supposed to be presented, and I think you guys are going to do that, and so I look forward to seeing it at that time. So yeah, I'm very happy with the decision, because again, my parents had lived in that house almost 50 years, and yeah, very important for me that it's in good hands.
Well, appreciate it. Well,
Hmm.
thank you.
Hmm.
Pleasure working with you.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.